Get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Returning it, Justice Hill. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember earlier in the year, with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. Second and 9. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. It's a 1st down and more for Dobbins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. On the option right is Jackson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a 2nd down and 6. Burrow looking to pass. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Wilson now on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we usually talk about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Up to make the play there defensively, Von Bell, leading tackler in Cincinnati last year. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Edwards will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead to more issues.
Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Burrow giving it to Mixon on the option. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Burrow on play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Everyone got 4 down. Kill. 11 MT. 12.
They'll give it to Mixon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Ravens 6-yard line.
Another try for Mixon. Stiff up, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson, option right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Play action. It's Jackson.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Burrow. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
This is caught. It's Boyd. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here's Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 79 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Bengals 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long...
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Justin Madubuike. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Let's go. He's coming. We got double up. Check.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, and that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the 2nd half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect 2nd half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Can. Start. 11. Start.
They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Being chased out left. Oh, Boyd, what a catch. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mixon will try the right side. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you. 12. I got you. Take 4.
Now Burrow. This is caught by Tate. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 30 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the slant. Mike's in. 12. Go.
Now it's Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back, Pirine. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
11.
Burrow will throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
And the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. But were they aggressive on that one?
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's make these babies cry a little bit harder. Let's make these babies cry.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw is Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Runs over him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now Burrow on 1st down.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line. Here we go.
Here we go. That's got to be a 80. 12, 12, 12. 11.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 2nd and inches, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner, and in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability, and this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On third down, Jackson.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out right at the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Ravens 38, Bengals 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is
On first down, Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
check. Move. Mike's 59. All day, every day, any day.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and 1 yard to go.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
You go tight. You got tight.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 59. Mike. 13.
They'll run here with Dobbins.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Mike 5'9". Mike 5'9". Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
Looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Wilson.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Check Mike 40. Check Mike 40. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down. Here's Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Trey Hendrickson, an All-Pro with New Orleans in 2020. They're on the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No. Doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey. Mike 59. Tackles.
Here's Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Burrow looking to pass.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Bulldozes past him.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down.
And it'll be intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the 1st down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Here we go. Mike, check, 59.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offense.